Once again, we about to get it in like two twins in a Benz. You've tuned into Blunts and Discussions. I'm your bro host, Kamikaze.
I'm Nuke.
And I'm the Ride. What's up, y'all? Oh, actually,
Yes,
I'm Mr. Test today. Sorry.
Yeah,
Test.
test is complete. I think we've passed the test.
Let me, yeah, let me
The
fix
test
that.
is really if you can get your name on there. And his lights all strobe lighting and shit. Perfect start. We love to start interesting for y'all.
this is how we do.
All right.
Sometimes it's a little more blunts and discussion.
Yeah, I'm blunted out for today, man. I'm strictly tobacco in it for the rest of the night.
Damn.
Man, I'm dry as a bone over here, bro. I'm sitting. This is all I got. I got this and no fucking flour.
Yeah.
Damn near my first high of the day, so I'm going to the moon, fellas. I don't know what happened here, but I thought we were blunts and just
Man, I've been blooded since like 9:30 this morning. It's like I don't want to get no more blooded.
ain't the morning smoke. That's the best, man. Sometimes I just wake up early just to go smoke because that's the best time of day to smoke. It'll be 6:08 in the morning, and I'll be out here just this is when I feel. That's when I feel musical. That's when I feel creative. If I was stuck on anything or couldn't figure some shit out the night before, that is when I'm going to figure it out.
Yeah.
The old wake and bake.
Yeah, and the
Wow.
wake and bake is real because it's all day too. Like, man, dude, I don't need to get any more higher today.
It's all yawns after that.
Right. I ain't tired, bro. I'm just blue. Like, yeah, man. Blew the fuck out.
I'm yawning precisely 2.5 hours after that first high.
You know what I did this afternoon? This is the other thing too, man. So wake up, smoking, you blew out. Go to the fridge around lunchtime. I got this bag of hot ones. You ever seen that show, Hot Ones?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a show.
Oh yeah, where they step up the heat mode.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sauce,
basically a
chicken
bunch.
wings and shit.
Yeah, so a bunch of celebrities go on the show and they try different hot sauces that range from like mild to like ridiculous hot. You know what I mean? And so I got a bag of these joints from Sam's Club, right? And it's just a variety bag of boneless wings with 3 different levels of hotness to them.
Oh shit.
So the hottest one was called Apollo, right? And the first one I had, I forget what that was called. It wasn't that hot though. It was cool. It tasted just like hot sauce or something, right? The second one was medium, and it tasted like I've been into like a jalapeno pepper, which is fine because I eat jalapeno peppers anyway, right?
Right.
The third one, bro, Apollo, bro, that motherfucker, bro, I'm talking about my nose was running immediately. My nose is running. My eyes are watering. My mouth is burning. It was like instant hot. Like it felt like my mouth was on fire, right?
Yeah.
Like 2 seconds after taking the bite, I'm like, and I knew immediately, like, oh shit.
It was at this point where he knew he fucked up.
Yeah, for sure. I'm talking about, bro. I'm not too big on milk, fam, but I had at least a half a gallon of milk, like trying to cool it off, and then I'm going to ice chips, and it's like, man, I need to go back to the milk. So I'm killing shit, like, man, cracking almond milk open, like, bro, anything. But yeah, I'm talking about I was sweating, bro. I've never had anything that hot in my life ever, you know. And bro, I didn't touch my face or nothing. I consciously made it this the movements to make sure I don't touch. Yeah, the effort to not touch my face, right? But the flame, the whatever the hell, the sauce was so potent that just breathing, like it literally transferred up to my eyeballs and shit. So like my eyeballs are burning now. You know what I mean? Like for like the whole day, like for hours, it was just like, bro, I'm laying down and shit, man. I'm laying down, like crying and shit, like, bro, this is bad, you know. But not like crying, but my eyes keep watering and shit. You know what I mean? For like 2 hours, bro. You know. And I'm just like, yeah, man, that show, Hot Ones, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, bro. I want to go on.
A little more real now and shit. Watching that shit, like I've been there, bro.
Yeah, man. They're not playing, bro. When they're like, dude, this is burning. Like, man, they're burning. You know. So
who eats shit that hot? Like, there's a point where I just feel like it's not enjoyable and you're just showing off.
Right. Yeah, that's almost like you're just taking it for the high. It's definitely not for flavor. It's just like, oh, let me fucking. And I remember on Hot Ones, I think Kevin Hart was talking about that shit. Like after he got to one of the hot wings, like 8 or 9 out of 10, he's like, I'm fucking high right now. Like, like he got the shit was so hot and bothering him so much that he felt like he was high. He like literally said, like, man, I'm fucking high off of this shit. Like, I'm sure that's kind of what it is. Like, you're stuck in the moment.
This shit making me delirious, brother.
That's what it does.
I feel like I done did a drug, man.
That's what it does. It gets kind of trippy.
Yeah, I'm high.
I've seen they got it at the store. Like they got like the one chip challenge, which is actually like it's like a Dorito chip, except for they got that hot sauce from that show. And I could never get myself to get it. It's like it's probably cheap as fuck. It'd probably be fun little experience, but I'm like, yeah, it's.
Bro, this dude at work brought in like it was like this chocolate shit where it was like every other one was spicy and some weren't, you know, and there was like 8 of them in there, like 8 squares, and he passed them out to us to see who got the spicy ones. And this is before our morning meeting at fucking work and shit. And when I grabbed the chocolate, I got some under my nail, so I bit it out of my nail, and I immediately knew I had the spicy one, so I just popped it anyway and chewed it. You could immediately tell who just got the regular chocolate and who didn't, and the fucking supervisor and shit is telling us the rundown for the day and shit like that, and there's like 4 of us like sweating, fucking wide-eyed and shit.
The CEO's coming in for an inspection. He wants to see how things are going. He's gonna meet and greet all of our employees and shit.
Bro, I felt like I was gonna have a heart attack for about an hour and a half after I ate that shit. Like I was not a heart attack, but it was almost like acid indigestion or some shit. Like there was something in my chest just on fire for like an hour and a half. I was not comfortable. Nowhere I could put my arms made it comfortable. Nothing. Like,
yeah, I believe it, man. I believe it.
Heartburn. Something. I don't know. Richard was. Yeah. You know, I don't need to show off like that. You know, it's fine. It would be hilarious to do it on the show, though, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we just figured out what we're doing next week.
That's right. Well, I have to go get some hot ones or some spicy chocolates or some shit.
Yeah, we'll all be trying to talk and clearing our. We'd be clearing our throat for the next hour and 45 minutes after that shit happened. Every like 8 seconds.
Yeah, no, but I was bro. That I do not recommend. You know, I do not recommend trying that shit, man. That was unless you're a daredevil, man. You know what I mean? I honestly thought that some of the people that were on that Hot Ones show were like over exaggerating for a while there. I'm like, man, ain't nothing that damn hot. Like bro, it like almost makes you think like, what the fuck type of pepper is this? Like, where is this even? Who even decided to pick this up and try this shit? And then decided
it had to have been like a prank from the start. Like even thousands of years ago, it was like, holy shit, I'm gonna go try to get somebody to taste this shit as a prank and shit. Like it's not for flavor unless you put a drop on a motherfucking thing and it's still too spicy. But
well, speaking of flavor off top, I don't like the taste of spicy chocolate. That shit's fucking disgusting. And that alone would make me never ever try that because that was just a weird combination going on.
You talking about like the like chili chocolate? It's like a Mexican candy.
Nah, this was like a gag chocolate. Like this is what it was for. You know, it was like something he ordered and passed out as many as he could to whoever would try it. And yeah, that was not the business. And I could still taste that spicy chocolate. Like that's disgusting.
Yeah.
But yeah, it might be worth doing on the show though.
Tell him we're gonna be sweating and clearing our throats for the whole episode.
It's like Dumb and Dumber. He's like, I'll do it if you do it.
I don't drink milk either. What the fuck am I gonna do?
Oh yeah. You know, that milk, bro, is
go get some ketchup and mustard like Dumb and Dumber. Like here,
this
helps. That works good.
Yeah, jalapeno pushing it. Like I like it when I don't catch a seed and shit. Like, yeah, that was good. I like that jalapeno popper, but you eat that one that's got the seed that just fucks you up for about 6 minutes. I don't know. So that's like my limit by choice.
It is hard to imagine like how there could be that big of a difference between regular hot sauce that we put on our food and then something that's 20 times that. Like, how do you even like? I think I looked it up one time. Like a Scoville actually is like the square millimeter per taste bud receptor or heat receptor in your tongue. So it's like you don't think it could possibly get 5 times hotter. And how would you tell the difference between 5 times hotter and 20 times hotter if like your shit's going to be on fire no matter what increment you're at. So it's like you think you wouldn't be able to tell, but I guess that's the thing. Like you can tell when it's hotter. It's almost like when you're burned. Like you can't get more burned than regular burns. I don't know.
Well, yeah, I mean you can though. That's why they got degrees of burn.
Degrees, yeah. Well, yeah, but still, it's like if the burn is over.
It's either scabbed up or your skin's melting off.
That's a bad analogy.
Who the fuck's buying this shit though? That this shit's just out there for people to buy. Like is this just for YouTube videos and shit, or is somebody really like, yeah, I like that 50 million Scoville units on my fucking
right.
taco?
Yeah.
But who's just sitting down like, yeah, man, we're about to have the spiciest hot wings ever, bro. Let's go. Like, yeah. In conclusion, who the fuck's eating this hot ass shit, and why? Do you feel the same thing other people feel? Or is your stomach like a fucking cast iron pan?
That's what I'm going to name this video too. To make a clip out of this shit. Who eats this hot ass shit and why?
Because
in the comments. I got fucking questions.
I remember when I was a young man. When it came to the ladies, I was running through them. But then I made the ultimate mistake and I got married. Damn, what the hell was I thinking? Every time I look at my wife, I want to crawl inside of a liquor bottle. And that's exactly what I do. I've been drinking Modiac for the last 17 years. Modiac, a man's drink. A smooth cognac that'll light your chest on fire and make you forget how much of a bitch your wife is.
Basically every chicken wing place I've been to except KFC. KFC somehow, they must got their own damn farm or something. But have you guys ever noticed like the wings are like this damn big, man? Like, bro, how big is that fucking bird?
Plump too.
Yeah, plump too. Like it's this thick, and it's this. Like, the whole wing is like this long. If you pull it out, it's like this long. Like, bro, this bird just sat. This is the most
and grew. It only did 2 things: fucking sat and grew fucking to an enormous size. The fucking Hulk Hogan chicken and shit.
I remember when I was a kid, there was a rumor going around like there was just a bunch of headless chickens in some factory hooked up to a bunch of tubes keeping their body alive and shit. Like I remember hearing that as a kid. Like this is what...
Yeah,
I'm sure it's possible. I don't know how practical it would be.
Yeah. Anybody ever been to a slaughterhouse before?
No.
Have you?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't even. It's not even a questionable thing, man. If you've been there,
yeah,
or even outside of one, like it's a hell of a smell. It's just like, I'm about to go vegan. I'm about to just
it'll turn you off at least for 2 days.
I'm not gonna ruin it.
Yeah, definitely not about to go vegan and shit. But I'm about to get the hell away from this area and then slide through the drive-through and.
I fucking I worked at a truck cleaning place, so these 18-wheelers would come in to the garage and you jump in the back of the 18-wheeler and hose it down from the inside out. And as I'm hosing this shit, like I could already tell it smelled fucking horrible. And I'm hosing the ground and it's like bubbling up like soap. And what that was, it was blood, man. It was like they were hauling chicken and shit, and like there was all these dead chicken in there. It was fucking horrible. So I'm sure that's like similar to a butcher. That's probably the closest thing I've had to that shit. Like it smelled fucking like the worst fucking smell ever. Couldn't clean that shit out. It's like bubbling water after you ran past it 6-7 times with a pressure hose and shit. Like,
yeah.
Hope
you were wearing a mask and the gloves and a bodysuit.
No, this was before all that. This is
just go in there and here's your knee pads and shit. We got knee pads and
minimum wage and shit.
I was just watching a video or a short or something. I don't know what podcast it was, but the dude who owns like a farm or something that, like vegans are, he was saying like vegans are all about save the animals and this and that. He's like, you know how many animals die protecting that vegan shit or whatever they use to make that vegan shit?
Yeah.
He's like, you got to kill everything. He's like, more animals die with that than, I don't remember exactly what he said or where I heard that. But yeah, it was an interesting point that he made.
Yeah, I think I heard this shit too.
Like, I don't know if I buy that one though, but well, yeah, I'm sure a lot of animals probably do. I wouldn't say more. I mean, shit, they kill like fucking what? I think it was like something like 200,000 cattle every day. 200,000 every day. Like, yeah, I think we noticed 200 plus 4,000 cattle just dying out in the field from organic.
Yeah, they're probably killing like them big ass fields. They're probably out there killing 10,000 rabbits a night and shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess. Yeah, I suppose so. I see what you're saying. Well, the hell with them,
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna eat my steak.
Gotta have my Burger King.
But the thing is like that's why I don't eat fish at all. It's like I don't want to eat anything that looks like it does in its natural habitat. Like, I don't know. I'm just not like when I was a kid, it scarred me. My dad ordered like a lobster or whatever them shits are, and it came on the plate like upside down and shit or something, or he flipped it upside down. But I remember he ripped whatever that thing is that's got all the legs connected to it. He ripped that motherfucker out of there, dipped it in some butter, and fucking. I was like, nope, I'll have the chicken. I'll take the chicken strips.
Yeah, strips too. I don't only want those bones.
It's not showing up looking like a fucking chicken. Like it was a piece of meat that's breaded and shit. That shit showed up and looking like it just came out the ocean.
Did you guys follow any of that? You guys been following that Ohio train thing that knocked over? Did you see any of that?
Yeah,
bits and pieces.
Yeah, I didn't read too much into it, but you kind of get the gist when something like that happens. It's kind of you definitely know a little bit what's going on.
Yeah, well, we're just talking about just the things dying and all that. And he said you don't eat fish and shit. And there was something on the news, especially in Minnesota, not that long ago, man, where it was like, don't eat the fish in a lot of these lakes and things because, or like maybe it was the Mississippi River. I think it was the Mississippi River. Don't eat these fish because like over 75% of them are basically poisoned with something that will poison you from like factories and things that have just went out there and all that shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so, yeah, don't want to eat those. But I was just going to say, like, this is something that I peeped the other day.
Nice to see I'm ahead of the curve.
Yeah.
But yeah, but I was going to say, if you look here, man, this is where the river, this is where the train accident happened, right?
Or the
red dot. River. And they trying to burn this shit up. Yeah, the red dot. And they tried to burn it up, set it on fire to kill that shit. But mind you, gallons and hundreds of thousands of gallons already went in there. And this is like, it goes all the way down through all these, like, this is all a gang of water supply. You know what I mean? All the way into the ocean. It's going to get there. You know what I mean? It's like, damn. God damn, it goes everywhere. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, it's just not Ohio. That's all I'm saying. Like,
it crashed over a river.
Yeah. But
like
what,
the train was going over the river and then it decides to crash into the river out of all the places. Like the Ohio River, the fucking biggest one.
Conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
I did hear something that it wasn't like that train wasn't supposed to be on those tracks. Like that track wasn't certified for toxic material. Like the route that it was taken, it shouldn't have been. It shouldn't have even been on that rail, let alone carrying toxic fucking material.
There was a movie I watched years ago. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but it was called Swordfish. Do you remember that? John Travolta. They were like some undercover team that went and did started shit. Didn't they? They were like doing shit behind the scenes to cause shit to happen to whatever their agenda was.
Was that Halle Berry topless? I think that's what I remember about that movie.
I don't remember that.
Got all the other details once that happened.
Yeah.
Oh, when she was outside in the sun, huh?
Yeah, she was baking. I had the thing and just, hey,
that
how
was
you
a
doing?
big deal though too, because she
So-
was like she was a top actress, and we were almost into the time where a top actress shouldn't have been doing that shit, but she took the check and took the fucking part. Like, yeah, sure.
How do they
Yeah,
approach him?
that was also the time where people would go into the movie theaters like, huh, she's what? Oh, getting a ticket tomorrow. I'm going.
Yeah, it definitely
I think
sold.
that's the only reason I watched Barbed Wire. I don't think anybody gave a fuck about that movie. We were just trying to see Pamela Anderson's tits.
Yeah. Tell me one plot point of that movie. No fucking possibility.
Barbed Wire? Or what movie?
Yeah, for Barbed Wire. Yeah, what's one plot point?
I just remember her shooting sideways and titties. That's all I remember.
Gun.
There it is.
Guns and tits. That's all I remember about that.
That's the American way, goddammit. That's what this country's all about, guns and tits.
Let's give it up for guns and tits.
Guns and
Yeah,
tits.
exactly. No, I was gonna say, but yeah, there was a movie, man, that came out in like 2016, 2017, which is just weird the way Hollywood shit works and shit, man. But it was called White Noise.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did you hear about that?
Mm-hmm.
The train.
Is that Michael Keaton?
It was basically no, not the Michael Keaton scary movie White Noise, which I thought that was a pretty good movie. This was White Noise, bro. And it was about a train on the tracks that wasn't supposed to be there in Ohio. Something happened and it spilled, and the catastrophe happened, and it spilled off into the river, and a bunch of shit happened. Just like it just happened. You know?
Yeah. A lot of people were noticing that parallel. It was weird. It was weirdly similar to the movie, the plot point of the movie, which I'm sure it's happened. I remember this shit happening years ago where some fucking train went off the rail and it was a chemical spill. Like, they do this shit every fucking 7 years.
It's not unheard of. Yeah, it's not unheard of, man.
Yeah. It's part of the population control, man. That's why you gotta get these chems out here.
Timestamp that.
These chems ain't gonna spread themselves.
That's right.
What if it's part of the sabotage that's or is some sabotage into this World War III everybody's talking about? Like, imagine if the enemy were to attack us internally. Oh man, are we saying too much?
Are they Chinese? Is this Chinese chemicals or Russian chemicals?
But I was just saying, UFO spy balloons, and there's fucking ships that are like off the coast of Alaska or some shit, and like, what's going on here?
Yeah, there's a lot of shit happening, man.
Are we being surrounded?
Not to go too deep, but I just wanted to point out, man, the interesting thing about this whole, when you say like Chinese shit, man, is that for the last since COVID happened, man, the whole news has been saying like, well, we're not really sure it came from a fucking lab over there, And just in the last 2 days, they find all of the news networks are saying, yep, it came from a lab in China. Like, it took 3 years to get there, to the day, damn near.
What,
but what if that's part of the PsyOps war and that actually didn't happen? Like, oh yeah, you want to do that? Well, we'll get you like this. It was a lab leak.
What the PsyOps wars? What did you say?
I'm saying, like, what if this using the effects of whatever internal war is going on, whatever is happening with the higher
for sure.
Yeah, they're already 10 steps ahead. This is just a tactical release of information and shit.
Oh, you want to do balloons? You want to do balloons? Train. It's like,
man.
I wonder.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely people that think on a different level than the average citizen of any nation. You know what I mean? There's always people that need to make things happen, like Swordfish, which kind of brings us back to Swordfish. Like, yeah, we do things because they need to be done. You know what I mean? Because if they're not done, then who's going to do it? These chemical spills won't happen. They won't spill themselves. I'm
gonna put a video in here where it's Alex Jones saying they make the frogs gay.
I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay.
Yeah.
You just imagine.
Yeah, man. Bro, I used to like Alex Jones, man. But some of the stuff he said, but that dude's fucking nuts, man. Alex Jones is fucking crazy.
Yeah, he is.
I think it's weird that they were able to shut all his shit down. Kind of like Andrew Tate was talking about when they shut all his shit down.
I'm not too familiar with Andrew Tate. I need to be because I keep seeing different opinions on it, but I don't click on it because I don't know who the hell is he. Who the hell is Andrew Tate?
He's just a shit talker.
I have no idea. I have no idea who he is or why.
Yeah, from what I've seen from him, he's kind of just like a internet personality, maybe a podcaster.
He's kind of like a. He's kind of like a. I cut you off for no reason.
Are you thinking about a specific person?
He's kind of like the Kevin Samuels of.
Yep. That's what
of like
younger generation fucking.
So he's a social media personality.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. He probably does other shit too. You know, like he's definitely one who, you know, I don't know his backstory, if he fucking came from money or if he made a shitload of money just doing shit on the internet. But he definitely was a controversial kind of shit talker and would kind of like Kevin Samuels and shit, like in the same vein. Like he would do podcasts. Isn't that the same dude where he would do a podcast and he'd be in a group surrounded by women and just like argue with them for fucking.
Is that him?
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe another
not?
dude or two in the room, but he'd get a bunch of fucking good looking chicks and shit and just argue with them and shit and make them look dumb for the most part. Kind of educating him though at the same time too, because
That's
a lot of them.
Dude, though?
Yeah.
That's not the dude, man.
Yeah, it is, dude. What's his name?
No, because I know the dude you're talking about because I fuck with dude, but I don't know his name. But that ain't the dude.
I forgot the name of the fucking dude we're talking about. I'm just a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude.
You're a dude that don't know what.
Hold on, man. Yeah. Hold on. So I'm talking about.
It is.
Pull this up here.
There is another podcast.
This dude. This is who Nuke's talking about.
Yeah.
Him.
Both those
dudes.
On the left.
On the left.
On the right side of the screen. On the right side of Kevin Smith or Kevin Smith.
Kevin Samuels. That is not Andrew Tate, bro.
What?
That is not Andrew Tate.
Yeah, it
on
is.
On the left side, Samuels.
On
this
Kevin Samuels' right side.
Samuels,
I can't see your mouse, man. Move your mouse.
His name all over the Google pictures to the left.
Andrew Tate, Kevin Samuels, this other dude that sits around a bunch of women.
No, dude. Andrew Tate does the same shit.
Yeah. They're kind of like the same people.
Oh, okay. So it's not, you're not saying this is the guy.
Right.
You're saying
that's the guy.
Okay.
That's the guy. Joe Dirt.
Okay.
That's the guy. Yeah, he does the same type shit. I don't know. Like I said, he might do some other shit too, but
you got anybody? You guys catch that that Mayweather fight the other night?
Nah.
No, I heard the only thing I saw was an article saying like how poorly attended it was as far as how many people were in that stadium. I'm sure he's still got a lot of pay-per-view buys, but I'm sure it's been all downhill since like McGregor.
I don't think that's what it was at all, man. If it would have been a better promoted, this was promoted by a company who's trying to get their name in the game. You know what I mean? And like, if this would have been a Vegas fight or something like that, it would have been a thing, but it wasn't like on HBO or Showtime. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This was by the Zeus Network. This shit here, man. And this type of shit right here, bro, is like Love and Hip Hop on steroids. I'm talking about there's titties flying all over the place. There's no cursing and shit. Look at this. These motherfucking bitches is fighting and scratching and doing all types of shit. But yeah, this is
right in the camera too, looking so goddamn ridiculous.
You said
that blue face.
We're all happy to fucking be here embarrassing ourselves.
Yeah, we're all happy to be here embarrassing ourselves. Yeah, bro. To answer your question, yeah, that's Blueface's chick. Blueface is on this show, bro.
Yeah, because they know she's gonna be socking motherfuckers in the face and shit.
Yeah, man, I'm talking about, bro. But there's a big following on this. They just kind of jumped the gun with this one. This was this shit right here isn't this. You know what I mean? They bought it, and I'm sure they probably lost money on this because, like you said, who the hell heard of it? Nobody even knew he was fighting. You know
I
what I
didn't
mean?
either until like the day before.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. They kind of jumped the gun with this shit, but yeah, man, this is a crazy ass channel, man. You know, and it's just like yeah. We're all here happy as hell to be embarrassing ourselves for $5,000 a show before taxes. You know.
Yeah, like what are they all here to do? Like they know they're coming in to like make a drama show.
Well, that's why they're selected. Like, you know, she's hyped up.
There's definitely a method behind that marketing. You got the country one, you got the fucking Christian one, you got the fucking fighter, you got the drinker, the smoker and shit. Like
yeah, for sure.
Like,
and we're gonna feed you all that shit. So you have to this is two girls. They were on the same goddamn show as Mayweather, or the same. They were fighting each other and shit. But that's what I'm saying. Like, people are buying this shit, and it's just like, man, what the fuck is that?
I laughed because I thought of something like
these guys are.
Yeah, they just need to just stop. Just stop it.
Well, I mean, you got
that's just like that's literally Instagram right there. Like every fucking 13 swipes.
Yeah, man. Yeah, for sure it is. For sure it is. A whole bunch of bitches that'll never get married. A whole bunch of bitches that'll be single forever. There they are.
They all got the same makeup, the same eyebrows,
the same eyelashes. Like, Jesus Christ, everybody's got fake eyebrow or fake eyelashes. Like, man,
all the men got all the same shoes. Like, it's weird out here.
Bro,
you almost see the herding of the sheeps.
Yeah, good point. The herding of the sheeps. I've never really given a shit about any social media personalities, but I swear to God, man, that Kevin Samuels was talking, bro. I'm like, bro, the internet dried up without the dude, man. God damn.
And it is funny when he would eventually talk to a woman who, like, a lot of them, you know, he would get into arguments with, but when there was a lot of them who would kind of they would listen past the first few points and shit, you know what I mean? Like, when he's trying to tell them, they're like, okay, well, I see that I can see there are the wrong ways, but I can change now. And he's like, well, now it's too late. You're already fucking
you belong to the game.
You know,
you belong to the game. Like, you fucked it up.
The too late shit is fucking real as fuck when he's saying that shit. He's like, well, she's like, well, what do I do now? He's like, I don't fucking know. You can't start over at 18 and shit. When, man, yeah, he was saying some shit. And I think that's what Andrew Tate was doing some of that too. But I honestly don't know what he came out of fucking left field with and offended the wrong people, the wrong group. Some racial shit or some anti-Semitic shit or something. I don't know what the fuck he did. Probably worth looking up.
Who, Kevin Samuels?
Nah, Andrew Tate.
Oh, it was some shit like some I don't know if it was the trafficking or some shit or
some sexual misconduct shit.
But you know, I just heard him in a video say that he did the sex cam shit, and then one of the girls got disgruntled, and that was the story that he gave about the shit that happened.
Yeah, he's in that world.
They got him on camera. She's ordering pizzas and shit, talking about she's held against her will and shit. Like, I don't know. I don't really know though. You know, I'm just seeing like YouTube shorts of the shit.
The accusation is enough to fucking kill you sometime, at least for a while.
But what's crazy about him is he called out how they attack you when they want to stop you, and like it was literally happening in order of how he said it. And he said they hit all his social media accounts and shit, and they hit like all of them at the same time. And I feel like that's what happened to Alex Jones. That tells you right there's not freedom of speech. That tells you right there that on the you don't just get to really do whatever you want. It's not a place for free thought.
Right. Yeah, it's weird, man. Like, especially because all those motherfuckers are basically living and surviving off of their little corner of the internet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when you can just shut off the lights on their whole fucking income and shit just from the click of a mouse on their, you know, man.
But people seem so baffled, like, you know, they shut my account down or whatever. That's because it's not your account. It's not just because it's your profile and you're typing whatever, you know, there's still guidelines that nobody's read.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
We own your fucking whole channel and shit.
That's right, baby. Mm-hmm. Come on, you.
Yeah, I'm trying. Hang on. I'm trying.
That's it. Again, you know what? I can't do it. I just can't. You should have got a Moldies.
Erectile dysfunction damaging your love life? Try Moldies, the new revolutionary alcoholic drink that makes you stand up and be somebody. This drink contains alcohol. Side effects may include diarrhea, vomit, rash, heartburn, blue balls, rectal bleed, loss of memory, diabetes, and atrophic vaginitis. Moldies does not protect against STDs. Consult a doctor if you show any of these symptoms.
Oh, ooh, that was great. Pass me a Moldies.
Moldies.
Thanks, Moldies.
But as far as that drama with that show that you were talking about, man, like it feels stranger today because it is more amplified and magnified and more. It seems like it's everywhere, but it did fucking start, you know, years ago before fucking, you know, those reality shows like I said, Real World on MTV and all that shit. You know what I mean?
I watched those first ones.
Yeah, this shit is just as entertaining as the shit that's on now. It has the same appeal to it, like because you're dealing with real people, and even back then, well, I guess that back then it was a little more of an experiment, and it seems like there's more phony shit. Like it seems like Real World was actually a glimpse into some reality shit without too many motives, but they all still knew they were on TV. They knew they were, but they didn't know that they would become a fucking sensation or a household name. Like.
I didn't know it'd kill MTV. If I'd have known that, I wouldn't have watched that shit.
Right.
Yeah, no doubt. What's that dude Stevie J? Y'all remember Stevie J?
Yeah.
He had that Hispanic chick. What was her name?
I don't know.
Jocelyn Hernandez. That was her name.
Oh.
Like they were big on VH1 for years, bro, on the Love and Hip Hop thing, right? And then she wound up doing an interview, bro. That was saying, like, you know, the problem with it is that they would have these things staged, you know, kind of like we said, like, or like Nuke said, like, well, there's a girl who's country, so we're just going to throw her a Bible, you know, or the Christian lady, we're going to give her a Bible and she can, you know, there'll be a fight and they'll be like, here's the Bible, go see if you can find a quote to bring out there to interrupt the crowd with, you know, the commotion. Go out there and it's like, man, shut up, bitch, you know, or you know, or it's like, well, this is the chick that drinks. So it's like, hey, well, you know, just so you know, we got these, just brought these bottles in. Okay, cool. And you're depending on her to get drunk and it's going to be some shit. You know what I mean? But she had just said that behind the scenes, they were forcing things to happen opposed to like the Real World, bro. When they first started out,
they were casting people who fit those descriptions and shit. Like they cast.
Not really. No, with the Real World.
Yeah, I mean, it was a casting process. Like, so people were sending tapes and shit. Like,
these people actually had a job too, though, bro. Like, it was like it's like you go to the beach house. You know what I mean? But you have to work during some days. You go to work, but then you know what I mean. So it wasn't like they were just. Now what they do is they take 15, 20 people or 10 people, whatever the hell the case is, throw them in a house and just let it ride, bro. You know what I mean? Like just different personalities that you know are going to cause problems. Let it ride. And there's always some sucker ass dudes that link up like, yeah, no, man, me and you were homies for life now, bro. Like, yeah, you know, like bro, you know, and the girls' best BFFs and shit, like, bro. And then it's like, well,
yeah. And I think Real World had some challenges in it. Even making a band with P. Diddy and shit had some challenges in the shit. It's like, you ain't even doing challenges. Y'all are just stuck in a fucking house not doing shit.
Nothing.
That's why road
yeah.
Road rules back then because they were traveling all over the place and doing shit.